Hi, it's Marty from Marty's Classic Cars. Hope you're all keeping well. Nice to see you all. Can't see you, but either way, nice. Hopefully you're with us and all that. Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of a spray job today. Got a couple of parts which I've received from Parts for Saab, and some back plates to go on a job I'm going to be allocating to a garage. I'll show you what they are. You've caught me in my gym room actually, if you're interested in the photograph. It's Persuaders with the Aston Martin DBS and the Ferrari 246 GT Gino, which was with Tony Curtis and Roger Moore, one of my favourite series from the time, showing my age. There you go. Yeah, we're going to spray a couple of items, a couple of things. I'll show you what I'm going to be spraying. Got two back plates here. As you can see, they come in this sort of anodised finish. I presume might be rust proof, but I dare say once they're on the car, and if they're put on like that, they're going to get really not necessarily damaged, but certainly the surface won't keep to as it is. So I thought about giving it a bit of a spray on the top with a black rust proof paint. They are both the same part numbers. They're not handed left hand and right hand, it's identical parts for both sides. So I'll take the stickers off and I'll hopefully stick them somewhere where they can preserve their stickiness, and after I've done the spraying, put them back on again. It's really for the struts. I'm having done struts, top mounts. What sometimes happens with the back plates is if they get basically difficult to get out, or they can become seized with the bolts at the back, that sort of thing. So it's good to put some new ones on at the same time. There'll be new bearing put on as well. It's a job I would normally have a go at myself, but as you can see, I haven't exactly got a working garage here. I have to park the car. I'll stand back a bit. Very close to the passenger side, as we are in the UK, being right-hand drive. Very close to that wall, so I can get out the other side. So it makes it very difficult to be in a working situation. I have done this, took struts out before, McPherson struts, and I have got spring compressors. So it limits the work because of the space thing, to doing it outside, and obviously allocating the right weather and so on. So I've allocated the job to a garage a little bit later on. I've got all the parts to do the job, which I bought from Parts for Saab, and this includes these back plates, so we'll give this a go. Okay, first thing I'll say, if I can just get you, put on my stand here, and with the things we do with spraying, which is sometimes important. I don't want to teach you to suck eggs, nothing like that, but I'll mention it anyway. The first thing is safety. I was in the motor industry for 11 years. I used to work for a manufacturer of trim parts, and they used to have plastic affiliated parts, that sort of thing, and woodstock mouldings, which is the department I used to manage. And we used to supply to Honda, Rover in Longbridge, Honda down in Swindon, Toyota in Derby, as well as Jaguar and Land Rover in Coventry, as they were at the time when Jaguar at Browns Lane. They also did other parts for recreation kit stuff and things like that. And one of the things there, with a lot of manufacturers who produce plastic affiliated parts or plastic poly parts sort of thing, you have to be very careful with the health and safety attitude of isocyanates. It exists in paints. You probably see people in these spray booths, that sort of thing, who spraying cars, and they got all their, like a spacesuit on with a breathing apparatus and that sort of thing. Very, very important. Isocyanates are something can be very, very harmful, particularly if you inhale them over a period of time, and they can affect you in later life. Lung disease, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, on not so nice subject, back in the day, the people in certain departments of the manufacturer I used to work for had this lung disease later on, unfortunately, which didn't come out too well. So it's not something you can take very, very lightly. So again, I've got one of these masks. This one's more expensive one. If you're just doing a one-off job, you can use a basic sort of cloth mask and that sort of thing, I suppose, providing it's got certain breathing qualities to it and filtration qualities. I've gone for this one. I've done a bit of spraying before on different parts and that, so I've tried to protect myself using this. Now the other thing is, in spraying, when you're spraying an item on its own, the thing you need to sort of have a look at is how you're spraying it. As I said, I don't want to teach you how to suck eggs and stuff like that, but when you're spraying it, when you start your spray from an aerosol, don't spray it directly onto the corner there first and start the spray off there. Because what actually happens is you get a blob of paint on the one corner, then the rest of it is even. So it's not quite the same. So to get an even spread, what you have to do is follow through. Like so. It's a bit like a tennis shot. You've got a tennis ball there and you follow through. Not that I was a great tennis player, but hey ho. Or like a golf swing. Not that I played golf before, but hey ho, you follow through. And so it's the same with the aerosol spray. What you do is go from side to side, like that. So you start your spray off here just on the outside of the item you're spraying. Then as you go across, just gradually, what it does, it gives it even coat across the object. And it's also best to do a couple of light sprays, light coats first, then rather than one big one. So we go from there. Right, I'll take you now to about, I'll try and get rigged up now. I'm going to be very careful today because it's been raining. I wanted to get the job done today. So I'll put some boards behind the car at the garage to make sure it's in open air for, make sure, you know, get plenty of airspace and that sort of thing. Okay. What you see I've done there is taken the label off on the one. I've stuck it just on the corner up there, hoping to maintain its stickiness for the rest of the fable, so I can stick it back on again after I've sprayed it. Not that it matters, I suppose, so I wouldn't get the both the same number, not handed. I wouldn't get my money back if they were wrong or something, because I've just painted them. So I'll give them a spray and see how it'll look out. What I'll do is just, like I did the last one, try and take this label very carefully off, a bit at a time, so it doesn't rip or tear or the one does. It didn't come off too badly. That's your part number there. Stuck on the corner there. It's gone like a good boy. The paint we're using is just Hammerite Smooth Black, which you can actually apply to rusted metal. If you give it a couple of coats in that, that's what I put on the bottom of the Dodge. Just been now coming around in a moment, so you have to excuse the noise. Bin day. Right. Do a couple of light coats. So just either side. What I'll do is I'll give those a bit to dry first. And then come give it another coat and then do the same the other side. So then they'll be done then. It doesn't take long to dry actually. It's good stuff. And the paint's about over 10 quid, £10 for each aerosol, so it's not cheap, but it's surprising what you can do with these products, you know, on your car and that sort of thing, and give it a bit of extra life. So it's always worth thinking about sometimes. Okay, I'll catch you a bit later. So here we are then. I'm putting on my second coat. First coat's dried okay already. It doesn't take a lot to get it dry actually. So I'm on the mask, and this hopefully should finish the first side. It'll be the same for the second side, so I won't bother recording that same process. But when you do your spray, so take your time with it and do it lightly. A couple of light coats sometimes produces a better finish than one heavy one. So that's the best way of doing car parts or any other process, to be honest. Is painting. Okay, see if it goes, and we'll put my stickers on after they're done. Again, same thing as before. Car spray. think that'll be just about do us actually. So wait till that's dry. Just do the second coat. Do the same on the reverse side, and that'll be great. Hi again. Just around upon the spraying of the parts that we did. I've let them dry now, and I've done both sides. It was the same procedure as before, obviously. Just to show you how they look. Yeah, not too bad. Nice finish. I haven't done it for cosmetic reasons, obviously. That's always very nice to do for concours and stuff like that, but my car's a working car. It was basically to give it some rust protection for when it's on the road and when it's with the back plates on back of the brakes. Got the little stickers on, put them back on there like so. Jobs are good. Yeah, as I say, one thing about spraying I've noticed, when you spray it sometimes you get the original odours when you're actually doing the spraying, but then sometimes it dries and it goes off, but then when it really starts to cure again, the odours come back. It's quite, with this particular paint, that's what seems to happen. That's one thing bearing in mind, and always obviously do it as I did before in a well ventilated area. Okay then, so that's another video wrapped up. Hope you're all keeping well, and please tune in another time, and thank you for tuning in once again for today, and hope you like and subscribe. It'd be very nice. Thank you very much for your time all, and safe motoring. Bye now.